Hello, dear colleagues. My name is Butagos Kadyrovna Kishubaeva. I'm an English language teacher at Nazarbayev Intellectual School of Chemistry and Biology in Uсть-Каменогорск. It is hard for most teachers to measure learners' speaking skills. Today, I am going to share my teaching experience, how I assess my students of grade 7 speaking skills in the lesson on the topic holiday and travel. The theme of our online seminar is formative assessment of speaking, grade 7, unit 2A, content with language, holiday and travel. Seminar purpose: to provide participants with knowledge of the formative speaking assessment strategies during the studying of the topic holiday and travel in grade 7 while online. Seminar objectives are: identify key elements of speaking formative assessment, discuss current formative assessment practices in classroom, help teachers consider assessment strategies by using speaking formative assessment. As you know, Roy Sadler established key elements of formative assessment. What are they? They are identifying the gap, student involvement, learning progressions, and feedback. Today, in the first part of our seminar, we'll consider the following elements: identifying the gap and student involvement. Roy Sadler considers the essential purpose of formative assessment as the means to identify the gap between a student's current status in learning and some desired educational goals. The teacher's task is to identify and build on immature but maturing structures and through collaboration and guidance to facilitate cognitive growth. In the process, the child internalizes the resources required for solving a particular problem, and these resources become part of the child's independent developmental achievement. So, in our lesson, the learning objectives were in speaking, give an opinion at sentence and discourse level on an increasing range of general and curricular topics. Respond with limited flexibility at both sentence and discourse level to unexpected comments on a range of general and curricular topics. Use appropriate subject-specific vocabulary and syntax to talk about a limited range of general topics and some curricular topics. These objectives will have the task to identify how students can achieve these goals, these objectives during the job in the classroom on speaking. So, next key element is student involvement. Improving learning through formative assessment also depends on the active involvement of students in their own assessment. In formative assessment, students learn the skills of self and peer assessment so that, as Sadler suggests, they collaborate with their teachers in developing a shared understanding of their current learning status and what they need to do to move forward in their learning. In doing so, they are using metacognitive processes. They reflect on their learning, monitoring what they know, and understand and determining when they need more information. They also develop self-regulation strategies and are able to adapt their learning tactics to meet their own learning needs. Students must also collaborate with their teachers to determine the criteria for success for each step along the learning progressions. Active involvement of students in assessing suggests strategies for assessing speaking skills. One of them, rock, paper, scissors. Students should listen to the question of the problem the teacher asks and discuss it with your partner. In the classroom, the students discuss the question. It means they find the definitions to the given verbs, to the given words related to the topic of traveling and holidays. And then do rock, paper, scissors with your partner. It means that they give each other questions, answers, and the winner stands and the teacher will choose one or more of the winners to answer the questions, and it is repeated several times. You can see this strategy on the video fragment.
A place to stay with a lot of rooms. Hotel. Second one.
Yes, second one.
You need this thing to find the place.
Map. Okay, you have to choose one person.
Aya.
Person who is involved to select somewhere.
Tourist.
This thing you need to take with you into somewhere. You
Passport.
ticket,
Baggage. Suitcase.
Suitcase? Next one is cubing. This strategy was used at the end of the student's presentation to summarize how the information was accepted by students and to monitor how they understood the material shared by peers. The instruction for cubing displays 6 questions from the student group assignments. Each group has 1 die. Each student rolls the die and answers the question with corresponding number. If a number is rolled more than once, the student may elaborate on the previous response or roll again. Answering the questions which have been given to you before the presentation.
Number 2, when the patriotic war started, our group thinks that
you see that students are answering the questions of the groups to their presentations, to the presentations of 3 teams.
Give the full answer. Give the full answer. In 1991.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah? Okay. Next question, please, from this group.
When
Alia?
when patriotic war start.
The patriotic war started, yes. Okay.
Patriotic war started in 1812.
Okay. That's right?
Yes.
Okay. Next for this group? Aruna?
Where is Burabai located? Burabai located in our country, Kazakhstan, in the Kokshetau.
In Kokshetau. In the Kokshetau region, maybe, yeah? In the north of our Kazakhstan. Okay, next question, please.
What can you say about the climate of Burabai? Climate of Burabai very sunny and warm. Weather is good, and also rain is rain.
The climate is. It rains often.
Yes. No.
Not often.
No. Rare.
Rare. Okay. Next question for this group. Yes. Ibrahim.
What can you tell about the topic economy in Kazakhstan 2050? I think in 2050 the economy of Kazakhstan will be very good, and our country will be richest. The most part of the other countries will use the tenge.
Tenge. Most of part of other countries.
Yes,
Other countries will use tenge, our national currency. Yes, very good. And the last question. Yes.
How many languages should people know in the future? People in the future should know 3 languages at least.
In the future. Okay. 3 languages.
Yes, at least.
At least, and we can use more 3 languages. Good. Next strategy is observation. Observations means observing students in the classroom activities. This can provide valuable information about how students are progressing and what strategies they are using to learn. Observation can be used in every stage of the lesson and in every activities when your students are involved to speak. And you can see this from the video fragment, how the teacher observe the student's job, not only in the first part of the seminar, also in the second part.
In this place, we buy tickets to play fireworks. If you go to campsites, you are sleep in caravan or tent. Arjan, I believe.
Okay. Another formative assessment strategy is conferences. Student understanding can be formatively assessed using one-on-one conferences with each student in your class or with select students for whom you want to further assess their learning. Determine your target questions ahead of time to ensure you are gathering information related to your goal or outcome. Take notes during the conferences to refer to later when planning instruction. In the video fragment, the conference with 2 students are taken into consideration. You can see how the teacher assesses speaking skills of students and gives her feedback to students.
How often do I travel? I travel mostly at the summer time with my family. What was your best describe it?
I think that my best week was when me and my family were going to the charity. It is a very interesting place because it is there is the it is bordered with.
Listen to my comments to your speech. You present a topic with a lot of information. Yeah, you present topic related information, and you cover all the questions in your card. So it is very nice. And organize information ideas coherently. You used a lot of linking phrases. That's nice. I like it. And topic related vocabulary is at least more than 3 used. It's nice also. I like how you use the grammar with passive voice, with continuous tenses, and you use the grammar mostly correctly, but sometimes you missed out. For example, read a book or read books, you should don't forget remember about this, okay? And for pronunciation, it is clear for me. I think for everybody, you have accurate pronunciation, I think. So it's nice for you. Please don't forget about yeah, in your speech, okay? Yeah, and thank you. So.
Yes, please start.
First question is how often do you travel?
Okay, like it very much. Topic related information, with organized information and ideas coherently, used linking words most. And topic vocabulary was good, you used more than 3. And pronunciation is good, is it clear? But I'd like you to speak a little bit louder because it is very difficult to listen to you. You speak so quiet, okay? I will put you this.
And also in this card, assessment card, you see the notes made by the teacher. So you see that identifying gap between students' current knowledge and desired learning objectives allows the teacher to find effective ways to achieve these objectives during the lesson using various strategies that provoke learners to speak. These strategies are used for informal speaking assessment as well as for formal ones. One of the advantages of student involvement in the formative assessment that peers can do it. Learners are able to assess each other on the language they have been learning with the additional aim of revising the language themselves. As a teacher, I observe if my students have learned what I have taught them. So the second part of the seminar will show how the assessment are held in the classroom during the speaking activities.